Welcome to another edition of Humber Sports. This time, some volleyball action today between Cambrian College and Humber College. My name is Jacob McCord. I'm your play-by-play commentator for today. And to my right, Nicole D'Angelo. Hello, Nicole.
Hi, Jacob. It's been a while since we've done a game together.
It has been a few months, actually, so it's very nice to be back with you again today.
You too.
Another part of our cast and crew on the sideline. Danielle Dupree will give you a bit of a wrap-up of what happened yesterday in action between Collège Boreal and Humber. Danielle.
Thank you, Jacob and Nicole. And now welcome back to the nest for another glorious game today. Just a little bit of a recap from yesterday. The girls went undefeated again for their 11th game against Boreal Vipers. Now, from yesterday, we're going to take a little bit at one of the players, Emma Heaney, who overall, she played phenomenally yesterday with over 17 serves throughout the game. Today, the girls are already at 120 wins over the season, and now today we're looking for 121. Thank you, and I'm going to be passing back up to you guys.
Thank you so much, Danielle. As you mentioned, yesterday, an exciting piece of action, but today, we're going to have a great game between Cambrian and Humber, right, Nicole?
Oh, Cambrian's going to bring their all. It seems like every time they play Humber, they bring that toughness. So Cambrian in general has an outstanding volleyball program, especially with their women, led by Coach Dale Beausoleil. With his 27 years experience in the OCAA, there's no way that Cambrian is not going to do well today. Last time they played was in Sudbury, where Humber had a victory of 3-0, but for every set that Cambrian played, they were within 6 points of Humber. So if they can keep up that energy today, there's no surprise if Humber is going to be put on their toes.
Exactly. Cambrian, a tough team, but Humber's fierce as well. They're 11-0 thus far on the season. As Danielle mentioned, 120 straight OCAA league and playoff wins. They haven't lost in over 5 years. Your players to watch today will be fourth year Devin O'Connor. She averages 4.4 points per game. She's second in the league. Not only that, but she averages almost 3.5 kills per set. Watch for sets to Devin all day. She's a high percentage hitter, so when she goes up, flip a coin, and 1 out of 2 times, usually the ball that she's hitting is hitting the floor. Don't forget about Brianna Golding. She averages almost 4 points per set. Maletic will be setting both O'Connor and Golding all game long. But that doesn't mean that Cambrian has nothing going on for them as well.
No, Cambrian, it seems like their best games are when they're on the road. Although they're not in the same area in the standings as Humber, they're at 4-8 this season. Last night, they won their game against Sheridan College. So with 4 wins on the road, hopefully they will. Players to watch are Jillian Valier and Amanda Kring. But now we have the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the nest here at the Humber Athletic Center. As we get set for this regular season match between the Cambrian Golden Sheep and your Humber Hawks. I will now ask you all to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And we are back, about to get underway here. As we mentioned before, today's game between Cambrian College and Humber College, second meeting of the season. We start first with the women, but please stay tuned after this on the Humber Sports Network. We'll have action between the men of Humber College and Cambrian College coming up immediately following this game.
Yes, 3 p.m., so definitely stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. So now we'll go through the starting lineups for both Cambrian and Humber College. For Cambrian, we start with number 1, Kendra Muffo. Number 2, Jillian Vallier. Number 4, Kaylee Bastien. We've got number 5, Haley Chisholm. As well, number 6, we've got Amanda Kring from Caparol. She's a third-year player for the team. And then finally, for Cambrian, their last player, number 11, Emily Clark.
Nice looking lineup for the first start.
Exactly, as well, the libero for the team will be number 16. That's Kayla Wanziak. Coming up immediately now will be the starting lineup for Humber College. One thing that I always appreciate about Humber College is the amount of spirit that they show, not only during the game, but also before and after the game.
Yeah, it seems like these girls aren't only teammates, but like really friends, and they build a community around them.
Exactly, and I would say that not only about Humber, we may be a little bit biased, but in addition to that, it's not just women's volleyball, it's men's volleyball, it's basketball, just a great culture that's been created, on the sports teams for Humber College.
So far on the lineup, we've got number 1, Gabby Miletic. We've got number 8, rookie Julia Watson. We've got number 9, Elizabeth Deacon-Poot. We've got 11, Bryn Spence-Coleman. Number 12, Devin O'Connor. We've got player number 13, Allie Newman, veteran on the team, 5th year. And last but not least, Kyla Wilkins for the libero. This is a solid lineup I'm seeing today.
Absolutely, and not only that, we talk about the coaching staff for Humber. Head coach Chris Wilkins has been behind, Humber's incredible win streak they put together. He's in his 20th year with the team, followed up assistant coaches Dean Wiley, Taylor Hutchinson, Mandy Doris, and Rachel Dubeldum. We're about to get started underway here. Players wishing each other good luck as the first service, I believe, will go to Humber.
Let's see who's getting ready to set.
So it'll be Cambrian, actually, that will be serving first. And the first service coming from Kendra Muffo today.
Kendra Muffo, 4th in the entire league in assists.
Muffo with the service goes over to Humber, and that ball is a great service ace, a great way to start the game if you're Cambrian.
Just barely in on that line, though.
Kendra Muffo now with her second service. Hopefully Humber can turn a bit differently on that one, and the ball goes right into the net.
Oh, too bad after that first service ace. I was hoping to see a little bit more from Muffo.
Absolutely. Starting up for Humber is Allie Newman serving. She's a 5th-year player from Kitchener. Allie with the serve. Allie puts it over. Received by Cambrian. Great set and a great spike. That's 2 points for Cambrian.
That was an excellent spike, for sure.
A well-executed quick there right at the net. If they keep this quick offense going, Humber's going to be on their toes. Service received by Wilkins. That's a pass and a pokey there back over to Cambrian. And that ball goes out on Humber's side, therefore a ball for Humber.
Too bad, it can just keep it in the lines a little bit longer.
Gabby Miletic with the serve now.
Miletic.
And that ball way back, put over into the corner. Great recovery there by Cambrian. A little bit of a free ball for Humber, putting it over. That ball touches the top of the net, and ball for Cambrian.
Yeah, that was an awkward touch there.
I think it was a really quick play that might have caught Humber off guard there. So, hopefully next time they kind of slow it down, avoid those free balls. That ball just touched the top of the net there, which is why it was out. Got number 11, Emily Clark, serving. Emily serve that's tipped off there. A bit of a miscommunication by Humber, but the ball put over by Wilkins. That's a bump. Set by Cambrian and put over to Humber. Maletic, that's a great job there. That's number 9, Deacon Poots with that kill for Humber.
Yeah, it seems like Watson and Poots are really working together there with Watson setting her up for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Devin O'Connor now. Ooh.
Oh, not quite making it over that net.
And what you'll see is, she's one of the few players on the team that, doesn't go for a float serve. She usually tries for those harder serves. On that case, if it would have been maybe an inch higher, she probably would have put it over the net.
Oh, for sure.
Jillian Valier with the serve. Jillian putting it, and that one mishandled by O'Connor, but they still managed to put it back over. However, ball goes over. Watson just overshoots the runway just a smidge.
Past that line, darn it. Once again, as we said earlier, Jillian Valier, one player to watch on the Cambrian team.
Jillian Valier with the serve. A float serve over to Humber, and that ball just received near the floor. It did touch the floor, actually. Too low for Devin O'Connor to grab on that one.
I really thought O'Connor did good with that deep dig, but I guess she didn't quite make it.
Third serve now for Valier.
Valier standing at 5'10". Okay, replay of that last.
So great recovery there by Humber, and that's Wilkin that puts it back over. And there's a back set put over to Humber. Great recovery. Wilkins throws it to the front of the net. That's number 8, Watson, putting it over. Cambrian recovery, just a bump back over. Free ball. Again, another attempt there by Deacon Poot. That's blocked by Cambrian.
Oh, good try by Deacon Poot. I'm really impressed so far with Watson's plays, rookie up to the team. She's been really bringing it this last set.
Absolutely. And we'll show you the celebration there for Humber. Great reception there. They got the point, and now we're serving on Humber's side. Ball, Cambrian throws it over to the back row. And here's a great spike there by number 11 for Humber. That's Spence Coleman going the other way. Now we've got another spike attempt, and Humber fumbles that one. Gabby Maletic went for an easy touch, fumbled that one, and another point for Cambrian. 7-4 for Cambrian.
Wow, Cambrian's really bringing it this set. I'm really impressed with the energy that they're bringing in. Definitely getting those volleys up and over.
Haley Chisholm from Sudbury with the serve. Chisholm puts it over, Wilkins received, but that ball goes right over, and that ball was inside, a tip off Humber and out, therefore ball for Cambrian.
Keely Bastian with that last spike. Luck out, where it stated.
Absolutely, Wilkins received that one and put it right over. An easy point there for Cambrian, as we've got another serve from Chisholm. Wilkins receives, and the set from the back row, that's O'Connor putting it over. Now another one from Cambrian. Wilkins grabs it again, and on that one, that's Cambrian point.
Wilkins just not being able to get that angle and that bump back, and it just went the wrong way.
I think something we want to point out here, Humber, I believe, calling that timeout, and a great time to call it. We'll show you the replay of that last smash.
It seems like Cambrian really is putting in that power in their spikes down, making Humber go low a lot, and it seems like Humber's been struggling in those deep digs this set.
Absolutely, and you can see it from the Humber bench. They're down 9-4, calling the timeout to attempt to freeze out what's going on Cambrian's side. If I'm Cambrian, this is the ideal way to start out the game against the 100-foot Goliath that is the Humber Hawks volleyball team.
If they can keep this going and keep that energy that those players have right now, we could see something historic happen today, guys.
And I think, all season long, and I may be mistaken with the statistic, but Humber's only dropped one set throughout the entire season. Now, I don't want to count chickens before they hatch, but this game, probably not the best way to start for Humber.
No, it's definitely turning into a bit of a nail biter within the first few minutes of the game.
Let's see if Coach Chris Wilkins gets a point here for calling a timeout at a time when their server Chisholm is hot. Chisholm with the serve. Received by O'Connor. Great set there. Puts it over, blocked by Cambrian. Humber will try again. O'Connor this time going to Spence Coleman, who puts it over. Great reception by Cambrian. Over by the net, a recovery there. Low and down. Wilkins, front row, back again. That was Watson putting that right into a block. Goes down, Humber gets a point there.
And that's exactly the kind of thing that Humber is looking for in this, coming out of that timeout. Just getting that point and getting that energy back up again and getting their confidence back.
Absolutely, and Duhame there blocking the ball. The ball went right down to the floor. Her hands maybe just not tight enough on that block.
Yeah, it seems like almost she was not tight enough and not close enough to the net. It just had all the room to fall down between her and the net.
Exactly, Watson with that service. Cambrian putting it right near the net. Great block there by Humber. Free ball over by Cambrian. Humber will try again, this time Ali Newman with the kill.
That was sneaky. They had Cambrian running around that court like it was nobody's business, and then down into the right side of the back end of the court. Wow, that was impressive.
Especially the fact that if you look at Ali Newman's right hand, her right hand is wrapped. So you wonder if she's 100% when it comes to her hits today. So we'll just continue to watch that. In the meantime, the ball on the serve goes into the net. Point for Cambrian now, 10-6 for Cambrian. Now serving for Cambrian, Kaylee Bastien. Bastien serves and that goes out.
They were starting to get to the Cambrian team. Bastien, staying at 5'9", hometown Val Karen.
Bryn Spence Coleman with the serve. That's a great serve right into the breadbasket for Cambrian. And a spike attempt blocked, a double block attempt there by Ali Newman, and that was Gabby Maletic. And that ball, we'll show you what happened on that last one. It is Cambrian point, but a great block there.
Spun down the line of the net, though. It's too bad. It could have gone either way, in my opinion.
Service by Muffo now. Ali Newman.
Nice little tip over.
Cambrian with a spike, and that one is in.
Wow, that looked like it was close from where I'm sitting.
Absolutely, and if you saw Chris Wilkins there, he was not happy with the way that was that happened there.
No, he is not.
We'll show you a replay of that one after the next play. Muffo with the serve. That's low. Humber not ready for it. Great dig there by Wilkins. They put it over, and Maletic, not happy as she, throws it up, but the ball goes out.
Yeah, that was a little bit of scramble there for them, wasn't it?
Absolutely. 13-7 for Cambrian now. Muffo, serve is number 3. She serves, and that one goes back corner. Great reception by Spence Coleman. Wilkins just puts it over easy. This is Cambrian now with a bit of a roll shot. Humber. Great job there by number 12, Devin O'Connor. Devin O'Connor spiked that one. I was a little too excited. That ball not in, so another serve by Cambrian.
However, spike just a few inches off, but wow, nice little tip over spike by player number 1.
Gabby Maletic there with a really sneaky play to try and get Humber back in this game. Ali Newman now with the serve. 14-8 for Cambrian, and that's not a time you want to miss a service. Ali Newman not happy with what happened on that one.
No, that was quite low in the net, actually. I'm surprised.
And Ali Newman's generally pretty consistent when it comes to services. So 15-8 now for Cambrian. That's a number 6, Kring serving. Wilkins with a deep dig. Great spike there by number 9, Deacon Poots. Cambrian puts it over. Wilkins receives another set here. That's number 12, Devin O'Connor with the spike. We'll try again. Maletic with the set. Oh, and a bit of miscommunication there by Maletic.
Oh my gosh, wow, yeah. Deacon Poot looking around her shoulder and just seeing that ball land where she was not expecting it to be.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, the intended pass for Deacon Poot wasn't there. Amanda Kring now with the service. And that ball's out, exactly what Humber needed at this time.
All right, let's see if they can get, with this next service by Maletic, let's see if they can get back in that groove of things. Right now, 16-9 for Cambrian.
I think if Maletic gets this one in, we may see a swing here, but we're going to need this service to go in. Maletic, great serve there, very low. Cambrian with a quick, caught Humber off guard, back corner.
That was almost right on the line. Wow.
Absolutely, 17-9 now for Cambrian. And
It
we've
almost
got,
oh, go ahead.
no, I insist, go ahead.
It almost seems like Cambrian's playing smart, so not so much as powerful, whereas the Humber Hawks are all about those power hits, right?
Absolutely, Emily Clark now with the serve. And not only that, but I find Humber's getting a little frustrated right now, so we'll see what happens here with the service from Clark. Wilkins receives, that's Blanchette with a back set, and great job there by Devin O'Connor to put that ball in.
Yeah. Oh, Muffo just getting down on the ground and not quite making it to get that dig.
I think on that one she got lucky because there was a tip on that ball. Cambrian goes back,
Just
bit of a
keeping it
free
in.
ball. And Humber tries to recover, but that's Blanchette that puts that set, or rather that dig a little bit too far over the line there.
Just seeing Deacon Poots and Watson's face as they were just going down trying to get it. Oh, you're really starting to see that frustration you were talking about, Jacob.
Valier with the serve. Great serve by Valier.
Keeping it in.
Humber puts it into a block. That was Spence Coleman. They'll try again. Blanchette sets again over to Spence Coleman. And that was number 9, Deacon Poot. She went for a spike right off there. They're calling a double as she touched it twice. Coach Chris Wilkins calls a timeout. And again, down 19-10. This is the time to do so.
Oh, man. I'd have to talk about a bit more about their defense on the Cambrian side. Player number 1, Muffo, and player number 4, Bastian, really showing that teamwork, really getting those hands up quick and blocking the Hawks out.
And for Humber, we're seeing things that we don't really see generally with the women. I mean, watching Allie Newman kind of miss a serve. She's not one to generally miss serves. And then on that last play, Deacon Poot off, that first ball, she saw an opportunity. She went for a spike and put it right into the tape on the top of the net.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, the Hawks are not on their game. They're, like you're saying, they're usually way more concentrated. And I think the Cambrian team is really getting to them.
I think if you're Coach Chris Wilkins in this case, you're telling your players that you need to focus on these 3 keys to win. You got to capitalize on those free balls. You have to utilize the serve advantage and use rotations to create opportunities. We mentioned, especially number 2, utilize that serve advantage. Last game we saw 17 serves straight from Emma Heaney. Maybe we need to see a repetition of that tonight.
Oh, for sure.
Jillian Valier with the service. Back deep, and another unforced error there by Devin O'Connor.
This is just not something you see every day from the Hawks. And they're subbing O'Connor out for player number 14, Emma Heaney, rookie to the team.
Jillian Valier now with another serve, 20-10 for Cambrian. That service received there by Heaney. Heaney's going to put that ball over with a bit of a baseball swing. Cambrian goes back. They set back, and that ball spiked over by Chris Chisholm, rather. Another pokey there by Spence Coleman. That ball's out, 21-10.
So close, so close. I'm excited to see these rotations out right now because it seems like players might be a little bit tired, maybe with some new blood on the court. We'll be able to see the Hawks bring it back.
And we're showing you what's happening on that one because, on that one, I was mistaken. That ball did stay in. So point for the Hawks as the Hawks serve, and another point for the Hawks as they throw a serve over that's not well received by Cambrian.
No, there's a little fumble in that top right corner of the court. Cambrian just not being able to get down. Too many players in one spot. Let's see if the Hawks can get these serves going.
Deacon Poot with the serve. Great serve there. Cambrian sets. Awesome block there by Newman. Newman sets back. That's Spence Coleman. putting it over to Cambrian rather. Cambrian with the spike. And that one picked up by Heaney. And the camera crew almost getting smoked there as Deacon Poot goes back. But that's 21-12 for Cambrian.
So yeah, as I said, we've got some new players on the court right now. For the Hawks, player number 18, Celine Blanchette, also a rookie, as well as Emma Heaney.
Chisholm with the serve. Chisholm serves to Heaney. And that's Newman putting up a spike. Cambrian receives. Back row, another block by Newman. Cambrian puts it back up. That's number 6, Kring, that puts it way out.
That was a little too much power, not enough angle in that spike.
And I know you mentioned it off the top, Nicole, but Kring is a player to watch. You know, she's been someone in this game, or in January, that's really been heating up on that one. Just needed to come a little bit more down with that spike.
Yeah, no, Kring is an excellent player for the Cambrian side. Oh, almost hitting
and
us.
I've got a ball in my hands as Humber College, sorry, just a little distracted there. The Cambrian gets that point as we almost get a ball in the commentary table.
Well, that was a little excitement that we unexpectedly.
I'm not really a sports player, more of a sports watcher, so I got a little excited on that one. Ashley Dara now, defensive specialist, being subbed into the game.
Dara just setting that ball outside the baseline, unfortunately.
And that's surprising because usually they bring in Dara to, you know, go for those services that stay in. She didn't get that one, so, you know, errors coming from a little bit of everywhere in this game. Bastien serve. Dara receives. Right close to the net. Great quick. Newman putting that one back over. And Newman, again, tries to go for that first ball and puts it into the net.
Newman was not expecting that ball to come back. You could see it in her face and in that fumble.
Absolutely.
She thought that was a point.
She did. You know, just a well-executed quick there. And we'll show you a replay.
Here it is. Newman just fumbling that down, getting up in the air to hit it, but not quite getting it back over again.
Dara puts that one over. That's a spike there, a spike attempt from Spence Coleman, and the ball goes out 24-14 for Cambrian.
Again, Spence Coleman not getting that angles.
So this is Kaylee Bastien serving for set point rather. Wilkins with a deep dig. Newman puts that ball right onto a Cambrian player. Cambrian with a baseball swing to put that over. Dara receives. And this is a spike from Spence Coleman. And on that one,
Point Humber.
Point for Humber. Might have been, I think, a Cambrian player got in the net on that one.
I almost thought that Humber might have put a foot under the net, but I wasn't sure.
Spence Coleman now with the serve. Cambrian receives. Cambrian back row attack. And that's exactly what Humber needed.
Not quite enough power by player number 5, Chisholm, not getting it over and just fumbling it into the net.
Spence Coleman now, serve number 2. Blanchette to Newman. Great job, Cambrian receives. Another back row attack. Back set to Newman, and Newman gets that one in. Exactly what was needed at the right time.
Newman, seeing that excitement in her face, I'm extremely excited.
And Coach Beausoleil calling a timeout. We've got the replay of that last one.
Second up, and Newman getting that spike down really close to the line. I think surprising Cambrian, because so far this game, she's been getting those spikes in, but not quite getting them in the line.
Perfectly executed line shot there. Coach Dale Beausoleil realizing that there's a bit of a run coming from Humber, wanting to stop that run. He's now called a timeout. A bit of a turnaround on the last 2 points for Humber.
As I said earlier, I think it might have been a bit of exhaustion from the original lineup of the team. Subbing in those new players, subbing in Dara, subbing in Heaney, subbing in Blanchette, getting their energy up again, I think is really paying off.
Exactly. You know, you focused on the fact that, you know, you and Danielle rather, focusing on the fact that they played a game yesterday afternoon. They may be tired. So, you know, at this point, they're turning it around. Maybe in the second, third, and fourth game, they can turn around even further. Spence Coleman with the serve. Goes over to Cambrian. Received by Wonsiak. There's a kill attempt by Cambrian. That's Blanchette. over to 14, Heaney. Blocked it back over on Cambrian side. Back row attack from Cambrian. Wilkins receives. Right tight at the net. Wilkins throws it over with a baseball swing. Oh, and a sneaky attempt there, number 1 by Cambrian. Newman with a great pokey. Cambrian goes again. Well received. Newman, nope, not Newman. That's coming from number 11, Spence Coleman. And Cambrian a little low, but they made it work. Wilkins, Allie Newman again, back to the libero. Got Cambrian putting it back over. Wilkins well received. Blanchette across court to number 14, Heaney. Cambrian setting up again. Keeps setting to number 6, Kring, and that's a win.
That was a long rally. Wow. I didn't know where that was going for a while there.
Absolutely not. You know, Humber should be very proud of that last point. You know, we'll show you a replay, but if they play like that in the second, third, and fourth game, they're still in this. Absolutely.
Seeing some amazing defense from the Cambrian side with number 11, Emily Clark, and number 1, Kendra Muffo, just getting their arms out, blocking it again. Good team. But the Hawks, wow, they were keeping that rally going. Wilkins being there when she was needed, but in the end, that last bit, a bit of a fumble on the Hawks' part.
Absolutely. I think Dara on that one, she is the shortest player on the team, so that ball ended up right in her breadbasket. She wasn't expecting it, and, you know, that's a win for Cambrian. We mentioned it, but that's the second set that Humber has dropped all season long. So what we'll do on this one, we will throw over to a quick replay package and show you what happened in that first game. And we are back here at the Humber gym. First set dropped by Humber. We've taken a look at the stats here, and Nicole's got a few reasons why we potentially think that this game went Cambrian's way.
So as I said before, Kendra Muffo, leader in the league in assists, had 6 assists in the last game, showing that that is definitely true for her standings as well. Kayla Wanziak, player number 16, another rookie, had some pretty good digs, 4 defensive digs for Cambrian, whereas the Humber Hawks, not so good. They had no major big defensive digs. The assists were spread out across the team, but they're not as many as Cambrian. And Allie Newman with about 9 attacks. I mean, like Humber attacked a lot compared to Cambrian, but they just couldn't get there.
Absolutely, and the big thing we want to talk about is the hitting percentage. So, you know, we mentioned it off the top, a player like Devin O'Connor, she's almost 500 when it comes to hitting percentage. The team for Humber at 161, so 16% of the shots they attempted, they made on that one. First point from Humber as we get back underway. Brianna Spence Coleman with the point on that one. She now getting up to serve. 1-0 for Humber. Spence Coleman with the serve. Back to the Cambrian libero. cross court. That ball received by Wilkins, a little too close to the top of the net. Cambrian recovers and puts that over. And that's a ball for Humber, as I believe they're calling a double.
Tap. Yep. Cambrian tried to be sneaky there for a second, getting it over the net, but Humber was there, and they're bringing that energy, and let's see if they can keep this up.
Absolutely. Spence Coleman, service number 2. And that one right to the floor.
Service ace. Nice. Spence Coleman, really excited about that. Let's see if this shows in her next serve.
Spence Coleman, third service. And another great one by Spence Coleman.
Oh, the libero for the Cambrian team, Duhame. She's been playing well this entire game, but I just noticed she's quite short, and the way that ball landed on her just then, she was not ready, her hands were not up, it just wasn't there for her, and then it went behind her, so. And
timeout called there by Cambrian, you know, a 4-0 run for Humber. Just to mention, Bryn Spence Coleman, who's serving, she has 14, now 15 service aces on the season, so someone to watch. We'll show you what happened on the replay for that one. So Spence Coleman serving that one, going straight down to the floor.
Cambrian just not quite knowing what to do to their players, just standing there ready to dip, and neither one of them going for it.
I think we saw Spence Coleman, she found the hole really easily there and just put it in. And like you said, it just froze out the 2 back row players who didn't know what was going on. They're like, are you going to get it? Am I going to get it? Who's going to get it?
I think that's what they need to do going into the set, is playing smart, finding those holes, not so much focusing on power, but in strategy. And
absolutely.
Being a little sneaky.
Sneaky is sometimes exactly what's needed. Spence Coleman with her 4th serve. That one again, a great serve. Kring not knowing what to do on that one. Cambrian puts it over, and that's off the hands of a Humber player, so point for Humber.
Oh, Valley just giving a little bit too much juice to that last spike.
Service number 5 for Spence Coleman. Puts it over, great job. Received by the libero. Set for Cambrian, and a pokey there. Humber setting to Allie Newman. Block off the net, Cambrian recovers. And they're calling point for Humber there on a double.
I did not see that. Wow, those refs have got those eagle eyes for double taps.
Absolutely. 6th serve now for Spence Coleman. Puts it over. Cambrian receives. A great quick there. Wilkin recovers. Number 12 puts it over. That's Devin O'Connor. Cambrian goes again. Another short one. Great dig there by number 8. That's Deacon Poot. Yes, Watts. And great job there. That's 12 O'Connor who puts it over. Cambrian back row attack. Wilkins with a dig. Back set. That's Watson that put it over. Cambrian, that ball goes high. It's a free ball. They're going to go back row attack again. Wilkins grabs it. And that's 12. That'll be O'Connor that puts it over. Across the court, the ball goes. Cambrian sets again. This is Humber now. Great job there by Devin O'Connor.
Devin O'Connor just bringing that power to that spike, finding this to that empty hole. That was a nice rally by both teams, both keeping it up in the air. I think the thing I'm starting to notice about Cambrian is they have amazing recoveries when they fumble their blocks. Unlike Humber, it seems like Cambrian just...
Ooh, and on that last one, Jillian Valley, she just didn't jump high enough, and that ball went right over her hands, so that's a point for Humber. This is the 8th serve now for Spence Coleman as a timeout is called. If you're Humber, you're happy it's 8-0.
Humber is starting to get back to normal, playing like themselves again. You can see it in their faces. They are stoked. In that last set, seeing Wilkins and Watson use those one-handed digs, that was amazing to see.
There's a reason that, you know, Wilkins has been playing that libero position for so long, 3rd year with the team. Really a veteran when it comes to court awareness.
Oh, for sure. But Watson, being a rookie, being new to the team, seeing her do that one-handed bump, like, that was amazing. And she's definitely a player to watch, in my opinion, on the Hawks team.
So we'll show you that last play there. This is the full play. Humber throws it over, and as we mentioned, the ball goes over Jillian Valley. She expected a quick and got a meter ball, and the ball went right over her hand.
No, she just wasn't quite in the right place at the right time.
Spence Coleman, as I mentioned, this is her 8th serve in a row. And she puts that ball in for Cambrian. Cambrian receives. And that's the first point there. Valier recovers.
Yeah, no, definitely. Spence Coleman not getting down on her knees early enough to get that. Not expecting that spike.
Just a perfectly executed spike there as we get back to the action. Miletic setting Newman, and surprisingly Cambrian got down, but that ball goes out.
Yeah, a bit of a fumble there. Definitely, Valier was not expecting that. Even though she got down in the dirt, she could not save it.
And they'll try and recover here. This is Allie Newman now with the service. Allie puts it right to the libero, almost to the floor. Cambrian puts it right back over. Allie Newman getting back. Now we've got a spike there from number 8. That's Watson. Cambrian back. And that ball goes right into the net. And they're going to call 4 on that one. So 4 attacks, or rather 4 touches from Cambrian.
Nice teamwork by Miletic and Deacon Poot getting those hands up, blocking the Cambrians out.
Newman's second serve to the libero. That's Wanziak, number 16. Cambrian putting it over. Humber will try to set again. This time cross court, number 12, Devin O'Connor.
Nice job by the Hawks. Let's see if they can keep this up.
Allie Newman, third service. Overhand serve. That's a float to the libero again. That's a quick. That is out.
Oh, a little too much oomph on that tap over by the Golden Shields.
I don't think the Golden Shield player was expecting the ball that low and kind of had to attack it, not overhand, but almost at her shoulder level. So Allie Newman goes out on that one. Bit of a different set, Nicole.
Definitely. The Hawks are really turning around, but Cambrian's still keeping their energy up, still bringing that offense. It just seems like the Hawk has readjusted themselves and really gotten back into their true game form.
Exactly. And this is Humber back in the action here. That's Deacon Poot that put it over. Wilkins, nice recovery, but that ball is a bit of a lift, or they're going to call 4 touches on that, so point for Cambrian. It's good to mention on this that Cambrian also played yesterday. They did play against Sheridan, so they may have the fatigue setting in now.
That's true. It might have been a little bit late to the game, but it might be falling in. Wilkins, that somersault though, I'm just going to say that was pretty fun.
Almost like a Ninja Turtle as Clark serves it, and that's a great kill there by Deacon Poot.
Right between Cambrian's Clark and Kryn. They were just like, what? Where did that come from? Again.
Now this is the Humber Hawk team that we know, they are getting in the groove here. Miletic serving, puts it over. She's a left-hand serve. Cambrian with a back set, great spike. Newman recovers but puts it over. Another spike attempt there. Watson recovers. We're going across court to O'Connor, who puts it in. That's on the floor.
Nice spike by O'Connor. Cambrian's player number 6, Kryn, could not get let down low enough to get that dig, to get it up in the air again.
Gabby Miletic. We'll show you the replay. Just perfectly executed there by O'Connor. And here's Cambrian putting it up on a block by Watson, a block attempt. Really close to the net. Wilkins recovers on that spike. Going with a back set, there's a great pokey there by Watson to put it over. Cambrian putting it back. Block there by Humbers is good. They'll try again. And that's a great put up there by Miletic as we're setting number 8, Watson again, who puts it over. Cambrian now back over. Wilkins to Miletic. And that's O'Connor who puts it over. Cambrian recovers. And they'll put it back to that same side. And that's an outside spike that works and gets them the point.
I feel like the thing about this game today is that these rallies, they're going long. They're tiring out the players. They do not have a moment to rest, and they just keep going and going. If they keep this up, there's going to be a lot of need for a lot of substitutions, definitely. And Valier's serve.
And Humber, that's number 12. O'Connor putting it over to Cambrian as they try and recover. That ball goes close to the net. An effort there by Chisholm, but no good.
No good. No good at all. She was almost had it, but a little bit too close to net, a little bit too much of a run at it.
Devin O'Connor now with the service, 4th year from Milton.
Bringing that power.
And that's Cambrian with a spike, that time from Bastien. Humber's gonna try again. That was Spence Coleman that put that one way out.
And Spence Coleman, a little bit too much juice to the ball, way past the line.
Absolutely, maybe a little bit too far on her hand as she tries to go cross court. That one way out, but still 15-5 for Humber. Haley Chisholm now with the service. Chisholm to Wilkins. Maletic, way close to the net, but she made it work.
Nice play by the Humber Hawks. Seeing that teamwork come back again. Let's see a replay of that.
And that's a veteran play from Maletic. I mean, she saw that ball way close to the net. She recovered it, and Humber made, you know, lemonade out of lemons. Deacon Poot with the serve. Cambrian, back set. Attack there. Blocked by Humber and goes out, so point for Cambrian.
Nice block by Humber Hawks, but not quite in the right direction. I think this is the second time so far that this has happened, where the Hawks get in for that block, but just block it a little bit too hard in the wrong direction.
Bastien to Wilkins, who grabs it. Maletic, Newman, and that ball goes off a Cambrian player and out.
There we go. It's nice to see that Newman's bandage is not affecting her so much in the set.
So Newman playing that one perfectly into the hands of the defender, and that ball goes out. 17-6 for Humber. This is Julia Watson with the serve. And ball goes back and forth as Cambrian sets across the court. Great blocks there by Maletic and Newman. Watch that tandem up front. Newman goes for a block, but Wilkin grabs. Newman goes up, and that's actually Spence Coleman that gets the point on that one.
Second excellent spike by Spence Coleman.
She's been doing very well this game. We now see Dara, the defensive specialist, is coming in. We'll show you the replay on that last one.
Oh, and player number 5. Grissom not quite getting it.
Dara serving. Great float there by Dara. Cambrian with a slight touch. Dara, great dig there. Goes cross court. That's number 11, Spence Coleman, that puts it over. Cambrian tries again. That's Kring that puts that ball way out. Humber point.
Oh, Wilkins being like, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. She was going to go for it, but I think the last thing she knew was going to go out.
Ashley Dara in the last game came in and missed her first service. She's one for nothing, and there's a second great service by Dara. That ball goes right at the net. A joust there at the net. Cambrian puts it over. Dara grabs that right in the breadbasket. That's a back row attack from Humber. A little bit too much juice there from O'Connor.
Oh, that's O'Connor's MO though, isn't it? She's got that power, but sometimes it's a little bit too much.
She's got that juice, maybe a little too much on that one, but they keep doing what they're doing, and they're going to close this game very quickly. Kendra Muffo with the serve to Wilkins. Great dig there by Maletic. Baseball swing by Spence Coleman, who puts it over. Cambrian puts it back, and that's Cambrian point. They're going to call a double on Humber.
Oh, too bad. Humber was really getting into that rally, really showing their teamwork. Dara with that last dig on defense. And here's player number 1, Muffo, for the serve.
Muffo serves right to Dara. Maletic, and that's across to Spence Coleman. Well received by number 5, that's Chisholm. Cambrian with a spike attempt. That goes off the hand. Great recovery there by O'Connor. Spence Coleman putting it over. Cambrian with the kill attempt.
Ooh.
Blocks there again by Maletic and Newman. And this time, Cambrian goes a little higher, and that ball floats out.
Oh, that volley, a little bit too much. All the Hawks, though, that could have been a really big opportunity for Cambrian. All of the Hawk players were up in the front of the net. If they had gotten that volley with a little bit less power, you never know.
Bryn Spence Coleman now. Cambrian, that's a quick to get it down, and Dara gets a hand up, but that ball goes right out.
Nice try for the save by Dara. Here's a replay of that. Both players just spitting out, not quite getting it.
Maybe on that one, Dara should have let Spence Coleman go for that one, and she was a bit of a better position. We'll get back to it. Maletic to Newman, and Newman puts that great line shot by Newman. Newman's having a great game today.
Oh, for sure. She's definitely getting her confidence back and sharing that amongst her teammates.
Absolutely. Allie Newman now serve. Humber
Ooh,
putting
nice
it over
block.
Cambrian. Great block. Cambrian again, back set this time. That's number 11, Clark, that put that over. Here comes number 12, O'Connor, putting it into a block. That's Cambrian point.
Oh, both teams are really getting into that defense. Have great blocks set up by those players, but
Kaylee Bastien coming in for the libero Wanziak now. We've got number 11, Emily Clark, serving for Cambrian. Cambrian serve over to Humber. Maletic to number 9, Deacon Poot.
and see, I think what happened there was Bastien. She's better set up at the front of the court, paired with her blockers blocking. She just was not quite in the right position and couldn't get in to get that bump.
Gabby Maletic now with the serve for Humber. The libero grabs that one, puts it over. Great recovery there by Spence Coleman. That's O'Connor putting that one up into a block, and a powerful attack there from O'Connor.
Oh, for sure. O'Connor's definitely bringing back her game. But no, I think the way that the players have now set up for Cambrian, I'm interested to see if they still have the same strength with all these subs.
Celine Blanchette with the serve. Cambrian with a poke, and they're going to call on that one a foot under the net. So that's point for Humber. 24-10 now for Humber. They have the opportunity to close out the set.
Let's see if they can do it.
Blanchette with the serve. Deep, that one's still in. Cambrian goes cross court. Great block there by number 9. That's Deacon Poot with the block. Goes back over to Humber, and that ball's out. Or rather, that ball's Cambrian ball, but there was a tip. It was out, but there was a tip, so that will be a point for Cambrian.
Close call. The Hawks must be really feeling the pressure now with 24-11 to them.
Valier with the serve. Valier gets set.
Nice
That one
serve.
to Wilkins. Wilkins to O'Connor. Humber puts it over. And now Cambrian. Cambrian back set. Humber block again, and that's a win there. We're talking a great block there by Deacon Poot and O'Connor, and a set win for Humber.
Oh, Humber must be really feeling their confidence now, really happy about winning this last set. They really needed to bring their energy back in this game, and I think this is going to be the cinch for it.
That was a total 180. I mean, I'm sure Coach Wilkins got to the team and said, guys, what are you doing? This isn't the way that Humber plays. Shake it off, get into the next game, make something different happen.
And regroup. And I think it's definitely shook Cambrian's spirit for sure. And them subbing out new players, I think they're starting to feel the tiredness now compared to the Hawks.
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
No, absolutely. Just finish what you were saying there.
No, they definitely need to get some energy back, and hopefully their coach, Dale Beausoleil, will bring it back to them, because the Hawks could close this out. You never know.
Absolutely. Right after this, we'll share some statistics on what happened there in the second set. We've got a set of highlights to show you. A bit of a different set of highlights, but here we go nonetheless. And we're back. Jacob McCourt, Nicole D'Angelo here. 1-1 now between Cambrian Golden Shield and the Humber Hawks. A very different second set. Humber coming back into this game. Thus far, Ali Newman and Devin O'Connor, the story. Both of them have 5 kills each. Hitting percentage-wise, Ali Newman's almost at a 400, turning it around from that first set. Additionally, on defense, I want to mention Kyla Wilkins has 17 digs thus far in the 2 sets, in those first 2 sets. Cambrian, a bit of a different story when we compare them to the first set.
Cambrian losing their energy in the second set a little bit. However, as we said earlier, star player Jillian Vallier with 5 kills, no surprise, most on the team, leading there. As for Tax, Haley Chisholm with 19, the leader for the team. And again, no surprise, Kendra Muffo with 10 assists, but they're nowhere near in point percentage average to the Hawks. Here we go, going into the third set of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can tell the difference here. Humber's kind of loosened up a little bit. You know, they were getting frustrated in that first set. You can tell just by looking at them. They're back to, you know, the way they were. Good energy on the court. So hopefully something that they can replicate in the third set.
And coming up to serve is Muffo for Cambrian.
Muffo with the serve. Wilkins another dig, that's number 18. Maletic to O'Connor. Great spike there in the hands of Cambrian, point Humber.
Seems like Cambrian brought back their star blocking team, players 11 and 2, Vallier and Clark. Let's see if that makes a difference in this next set for them.
Gabby Maletic now with the serve. Great serve there near the outside. Cambrian, that's a quick, puts it in the net. They're not going to call net there. They're going to give the point to Cambrian.
Interesting.
Must have been ball contact and not hand contact in the net there. Crane serves, Maletic sets. That's number 9. Deacon Poot, ball goes back over, Cambrian point.
Nice point by Cambrian. Let's see if they can keep this up. Let's see a replay of that. Ball comes over. Spence Coleman trying to get it up. Oh, now we're back to play.
O'Connor puts it over to Cambrian. Set very close to the net there. Baseball swing to get it over. Wilkins to Maletic, and that's number 9. Great job there by Deacon Poot.
Oh, nice finding that hole, playing it smart, not just with the power, but getting in that back hole over there.
Getting back into their normal rhythm. Wilkins keeping her head straight. Maletic with the great passes. She has a lot of different offensive powers to choose from, choosing in that one to go for Deacon Poot. Cambrian
setting it up for their star player, Vallier. That was a nice spike. Humber Hawks not quite getting deep down in the dig to get that.
And on that one, Devin O'Connor didn't get quite low enough. So Cambrian now 3 serving 2. This is Emily Clark with the serve. Clark serving, received by O'Connor. And that's a block there that goes out, point for Humber as Watson picks up a point.
Nice block by Bastian up front.
Deacon Poot going back for the service as we are now all tied up at 3s. Deacon Poot, overhand serve, received by Cambrian, close to the net. Great block there by number 11, that's Spence Coleman. They'll try again, this time going out, cross court. Wilkins almost getting hit with that ball.
Ooh,
Coach
yeah.
Wilkins,
that was
rather.
a little bit close.
He had to take a step to his left to avoid that one. Deacon Poot, second serve. Putting that over to the libero, Cambrian. That's a quick there, that's blocked by Ali Newman. They'll try again, over the blocks this time as O'Connor grabs it. Maletic, Newman, down. Great dig there by Cambrian. Another block, just some great blocking there on the side of Humber.
Nice block by Spence Coleman for sure. She had her arms up and she was ready for that spike. And here it comes. Nice save by the libero on the Cambrian side, going up for that spike, and Hawks blocking that out.
They're setting Chisholm a lot in this game. Newman with a pokey to put it over. This is Cambrian setting a bit of an underhander to get it over.
Nice little tip by Cambrian, but
Roll
Hawks
shot
able to
there by
recover.
roll shot there by Spence Coleman. Cambrian putting it over, received by Watson. That's Newman putting it over, and on that one, Muffo not pleased.
No, she had that arm out there and she touched it, but she couldn't get it to go the right way. She wasn't quite at that height.
And wasn't, yeah, as you mentioned, not the right height, not well positioned to grab that ball. She tried her hardest, but one arm is never going to do what two arms can do.
True.
I mean, that's just science. This is Deacon Poot again with the service. Overhand, puts it over. Libero receives. And that's a back set. Going to Chisholm again. As that ball goes off O'Connor, she knows on that one that she should have put that one forward and not backward.
I don't know. In my opinion, she should have just let it go. It seems like that ball would have landed outside the line if they just let it. A little bit too much power, and them ricocheting it off of O'Connor. Not quite the right play.
Jillian Valier with the serve. Going to Wilkins, great dig there. And O'Connor back row attack to the libero for Cambrian. Going to Chisholm again with a tip. Newman right into the libero's breadbasket.
Whew, that was hard enough to send the Cambrian's libero back on her butt. Not quite getting deep enough for that dig.
Kayla Wanziak not quite ready for this steady, to quote the great Beyonce. Now it's Humber's turn for serve. Julia Watson serving to Cambrian. They'll set Chisholm again. Chisholm into two blocks again. That's Newman and Miletic. Little baseball swing. Wilkins grabs that. A free ball. O'Connor puts it over. Set to Chisholm again. Block again by Humber. Another set. Chisholm will go for three. That ball grabbed by O'Connor. Miletic cross court. She'll try to number 11 Spence Coleman this time. And we almost get the ball in the face again.
That was close on. Nice recoveries off of the Hawks. His blocks in this set. Two of them quite close together, but not quite being able to get their blocks on the right level.
You see Newman and Miletic going for block after block as that service by, I believe, O'Connor, well scouted. Not O'Connor, my apologies. That was Julia Watson again.
All right, we got a timeout.
9-4 for Humber, as in the last set. You know, Humber's playing their game again.
No, they are. They're getting back into the groove of things. But still, I don't know about you, but the points right now, as they stand, are a little bit too close for my comfort. And I have a feeling that both teams have the same idea in mind.
Absolutely. I mean, defensively, you know, we mentioned Allie Newman and Gabby Miletic. They're at the front of the net. They're getting those blocks almost every time. I mean, on that last point or last 2 points, every time it was Muffo to Chisholm setting, you know, on that left side. And each time it was Miletic and Newman that were up ready for the blocks.
And as many times as they came up with those blocks, though, Cambrian knew how to recover. They were ready, and they got down, and they got the ball back up again and rallied it. I'm surprised how well they were able to recover from those excellent blocks by the Hawks.
Absolutely. Cambrian's going to keep it close. We mentioned it off the top. You said it. All 3 games in the last meeting between these 2 teams were, you know, close. One of them was within 6 points. So, you know, a team to watch. As we get started again, they're going to go to Chisholm again into those 2 blocks, Miletic and Newman. Miletic puts it over. Cambrian not ready for it. Bit of a free ball there by Cambrian, puts it over. Wilkins recovers. Miletic cross court to Spence Coleman, blocked by Cambrian. They'll try again. Miletic back set this time to Newman. She goes cross court. That one's blocked, tipped by Cambrian. Great recovery there. Wilkins. O'Connor puts it over with a bit of a touch. They'll try to go to Chisholm again, and Wilkins touches that one as it goes out.
Nice rally by both teams. That one went fast. I'm surprised at how well Cambrian really brought it, and they were just ready to bring back after those blocks by the Hawks.
And I'm surprised that they keep going back to the server now. Chisholm, you know, they just keep going back to that despite Miletic and Newman being there. That'll be a point for Cambrian. Great service there by Chisholm.
Right now, 9-6, Cambrian. Chisholm up again, up for the set, her second serve.
Chisholm puts the ball in. That's Wilkins grabbing it. Miletic, Newman with a pokey rather. Oh, and Newman goes for another one, and this time it's in. No, my apologies. That ball's out, and Newman will challenge on that one. She's saying that there was a tip by Cambrian.
Like to note, nice one-handed save by Muffo there in that deep dig.
I believe that's what Newman was calling for. She was calling for a tip, you know, kind of putting her hand together, saying, "Hey, there was a tip on that one." Bit of action there between the two teams at the net. Maybe a controversial call, but we'll get back into the game here. Chisholm, Wilkins, Maletic, O'Connor back row attack. And now attack by Cambrian. Great dig there by O'Connor. Going to number 11, Spence Coleman, who puts it over. Oh, and too close to the wall for Chisholm.
Valier just not getting the right angle on that bump and bumping it back into the black wall. Nice job by the Hawks, though. O'Connor bringing that power to the back end of the Cambrian's court, but also being there for the digs in the back end of the Hawks.
Absolutely. Spence Coleman now with the serve after Cambrian just cleans up their side of the floor. Oh, and on that one, Muffo, that was just too close to the net for her.
No, it was a bit of a fun with the pokey there.
Couldn't get it up high enough for Bastien. Too close to the net. Nothing she could do there. Spence Coleman now with the service. Libero, great 3-ball there. Little sneaky attack there by Muffo.
Wow, what a little tap over. That went farther than I thought it would go, and it just found that hole.
And they're mixing up the offense now. I think we mentioned it on at least 4 straight points. You know, they were just setting Chisholm constantly, so it's good to see some variety. We'll show you the replay. Sneaky play by Muffo. And Newman putting that ball over as we get back to the action. Muffo goes up, and that ball is number 2, Valier, putting it over. Great job there by Maletic with a kill.
Maletic excited to see that nice attack there. Wow, that was great.
A bit of an attack there from the setter, who's been, you know, setting all night. A bit of a variety from her.
No, that's what this is about, right? Playing smart, giving them a bit of a surprise.
Newman with the serve. That's Cambrian going to the left side to Kring. Point for Cambrian.
Yeah, block rolling off of Maletic, and Deacon Poots not able to keep it in the court.
We'll show you a replay of that last play. We said that was Kring going off Maletic. And point there for Humber College. We're now 13-9. Gabby Maletic. Maletic with the serve. Received by Cambrian. Going to Kring again. And Newman thought that one was out, but it was not.
Oh, she completely thought that was out. I think another key to the games today is a lot of attacks close to the line, and it seems like being able to judge that is key. As it just happened, Wilkins knowing that that was going to go past the line.
Absolutely, Kring on that one, just a little too far. We've got O'Connor now with the service. Big serve from O'Connor. Floats it back. Set by Cambrian into the block. That time the block by 11-9, Deacon Poot, Spence Coleman.
Yeah, no, Clark definitely with that attack. And not quite powerful, but in the right position to roll off of the Hawks and out for the point.
Emily Clark with the serve. 11 serving 14. She serves it into the net.
Clark, first-year rookie, standing at 6'2", hometown from Sudbury. Just getting subbed down now.
Humber Hawks, Elizabeth Deacon Poot. Sets our 1-1, 15 serving 11. Deacon Poot puts it in, and that ball, great dig by Cambrian. As a block goes up, Cambrian will try again. This time, a rolling ball by Jillian Valier gets them the point.
Deacon Poot's not quite getting down, sliding in there, trying to get that dig, but not quite getting there in time.
And like I said, a bit of a roll shot gets them another point.
Yep. I've got star player Valier up for the serve.
Valier serving. Wilkins receives. Maletic goes up, and that's a great kill there by Watson.
Once again, so close to the line. Cambrian not quite being in the right place at the right time. Let's see that attack once more. Nice spike down by Watson.
And it was a left-hander as well.
That's one of the rookies to watch, in my opinion, Julia Watson.
Dara now coming in to serve. Gets the serve, but it's Cambrian that tips that one into an empty spot on the court.
Oh, Connor not quite getting there, thinking that it was going to go past the line again. It's all about that judgment call.
Got number 5, Haley Chisholm, serving again. Very great on the offense today. We'll see how she serves. That one goes in to Wilkins. Wilkins to Maletic. And we go to number 11 and a kill from Spence Coleman.
Nice attack down by Spence Coleman. Got that power. Hit Valier for the point.
And just watch now, we've got O'Connor ready at the front as well. A serve. Oh, a sneaky attack there from Muffo.
Wow, Muffo just one-handed volleying it over like that.
That's the second time she's done that in about 10 points. So something to watch for Humber is that sneaky little attack. And Maletic at the front, you can tell she's calling it out right now. Great court awareness. Ball goes in, Maletic passes to Newman. Newman sees the empty spot.
Oh, and poor Bastien not quite getting her hands in the right place to get that ball back up over the net. And
Newman.
Bastien's coming out.
Newman with the serve. Newman puts the ball in. Received by Chisholm. Ball goes up. That's a block by Humber. Dara grabs to Maletic, to O'Connor, who puts it to 2 blocks for Cambrian. Cambrian sets up. That's Muffo near the net. Cambrian puts it over again, and Newman putting it to no one.
Newman thinking that player number 11, Spence Coleman, was going to be there, not quite making it. Blocked out by Cambrian. Spence Coleman going down, but her hand just missing where the ball was going to be.
And just something to watch as well, Devin O'Connor went down hard on that play, and you can tell that she's maybe a little bit hurt, so just watch for that as we continue in this game. She went down really hard on that play.
We might see another sub out. Here's Muffo with the serve.
Muffo to Dara. Maletic. And that's 9 up front. Deacon Poot. Dara puts it way up again. Back row attack from Humber. And that ball's in.
Once again, right on the line. Cambrian not being back in that corner to get it. Nice attack by the Hawks.
So we've got Gabby Maletic serving now for Humber. Serve to the libero. That's Muffo, cross court. Wilkins. Oh, and a great shot there by Watson. She wasn't ready for it, but she made it work. Cambrian puts it back over. Wilkins, Maletic going all the way across to Devin. Did not look hurt there. Maletic again to O'Connor. She goes up, and that time finds the line.
Second attempt. O'Connor not letting that fall get her down. She was ready for that attack and got it right in the back of the court, past the Cambrian's defense.
That was very, very close there. We'll continue to watch Devin O'Connor after that fall, but she went up for 2 straight attack attempts there. Getting the second one, didn't look like she fell at all there.
That was textbook attack. Perfect positioning and landing it right in that empty spot at the back end of the court.
Absolutely. You've noticed that, Allie Newman's more of a line shot kind of person. She usually goes, to whether she's on the left side or the right side, she goes for those line attacks, where O'Connor's more of power, deep, trying to get the ball as close as she can to that back line.
Oh, and all about that speed. All about that speed.
Absolutely. So again, Jacob McCourt, Nicole D'Angelo here. 3rd set between the Humber Hawks and the Cambrian Golden Shield from Sudbury. An exciting weekend for both of these teams.
Yeah, right now with the score 20-15 for the Hawks. Let's see if they can close this set out and get another win and not lose another set to the Golden Shields.
So we get back underway here, 20-15 for Humber. First set going to Cambrian only the second set that's been dropped by Humber all season long. These women have won 120 games straight. Let's see if they can close this out. Maletic serving that one to a non-ready Cambrian.
Ooh, that was close to the net, and the libero was not expecting it, going down but not getting deep in that dig enough to get it up again.
That ball dropped very quickly. Great service from Gabby Maletic.
Let's see if she serves the same way again.
Gabby Maletic now with another serve. She floats it back. Great set by Cambrian. And that ball's in. I believe that was touched by Humber, so Cambrian point.
Humber's lineup looking a little bit different, seeing a little bit more rookie action. We got Emma Heaney in instead of O'Connor, maybe giving her a little bit of break.
Maybe. Maletic. Ooh, and I believe that was a lift. That was a lift by Maletic. First time we've seen a lift from Maletic all night.
Yeah, no, that's a first for sure.
And, you know, we'll continue to watch Devin O'Connor. We mentioned it. You know, she took a hard fall. She's taking a bit of a break right now. We'll continue to monitor that in the evening. Wilkins to Maletic. And that's Emma Heaney. Back over to Cambrian. They set back row bump. Down low by Wilkins to Maletic. Heaney again off the blocker. The libero puts it up. And that's number 11 for Cambrian. That's Clark putting it over. And another left-hand attempt from Watson. That one blocked.
Clark not quite getting the power and the angle that she needs to get those spikes happening. But then again, she is a rookie. This is her first year on the team. Learning experiences, right?
Emma Heaney with the serve. Tips right off the top of the tape there. A bit of a joust and a win by Humber on that joust.
Oh, Cambrian not happy with that call. Muffo literally holding the ball in her arms, catching it. Was not expecting that.
Emma Heaney, serve number 2. Puts it over, received by the libero. That's Muffo. She goes to number 11, Clark, but that's blocked. She'll go across to Chisholm, and that ball's point for Cambrian. Great spike there by Chisholm.
Chisholm was just in the right place, ready to bring that angle and that power that Clark needs to see.
And Chisholm's been hitting great all night. Don't be surprised if as they have possession, they have serve, you'll see her, Chisholm, going for spike after spike. Maletic up, back set. That was number 8, Watson, who put it over. That was a quick getting it over. Cambrian putting it over. Wilkins, again, blocked. Watson blocked. We'll try something different going across to Spence Coleman. Received. That's Chisholm now. Putting it way up is Heaney. Did not touch the ceiling. Heaney baseball swing goes over. Cambrian, ooh, a little too close. Humber not realizing what happened there. Point for Cambrian.
No, I think that ball, the way it came down, was like right in Humber's eyesight at the front of the net, and they didn't expect it to come onto their side and just hit her in the head.
Yeah. Got number 11, Emily Clark, 19, serving 23. Clark puts it over. That's a hard one right to Heaney. And on that one, they call a lift on Humber side. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Maletic's second lift of the set, surprisingly.
Gabby Maletic is a veteran with the team, 3rd year from Windsor. She is bound not to let that happen again. Clark into the net, exactly what they needed at the right time, 24 serving 20.
This may be the crutch of this set with Humber finally getting their service back to their side.
This is Deacon Poot now with the set point. She gets this. It's second set win by Humber. We're at the back. The libero puts it to the front. Chisholm with a short ball there. Maletic, back set. Great job there by Watson. They'll try again. Watson goes up. Little stutter step there.
Woo!
Point by Humber.
And
great catch, Nicole.
then it goes away.
And that's another set win by Humber, 25-20 in this one.
Nice job by Watson getting in for that second attack spike and showing that this rookie is definitely the one to watch when it comes to Hawks.
Absolutely, and we'll show you what happened on that set point win. Put up by Maletic, and as you mentioned, the rookie Watson winning the game with a great kill there.
Muffo getting down, doing a little bit of a tumble, but not quite getting it back into the court.
and this is more of the Hawks that we've seen all season long. We'll go into the fourth set shortly. We'll take a look at the stats, but in the meantime, I believe we've got a package that we want to show you of some of the great plays from those first 3 sets. Here with the fourth set, and what we just showed you there before the break, or right after the break, is the Humber player. That's number 12, Devin O'Connor. We mentioned she took a bit of a fall. Right now she's being examined by the student therapist. That's Emily Lottie, wrapping her ankle just to make sure that, you know, she's got the support to get through this game. But we've got some great stats to share about that third set. Nicole?
So the Humber Hawks are bringing their attack percentage up from the last set when it was at 246. Now it's at 316. Impressive to see. Gabby Maletic bringing in those assists at 27 assists this last set. Awesome defensive digs by Kyle Wilkins. That libero really bringing up the team. Cambrian, again, showing the same trends that they did before with 21 assists by Muffo and 9 kills by their star player, Julian Valier. I mean, the trends are coming out. The Hawks are getting their energy back and showing exactly the type of team they've always been. And again, those players that we talked about at the beginning of the game on the Cambrian side as well, still bringing those points, bringing those kills, bringing that energy. I mean, this, what we thought was going to be a bit of a toss-up, a bit of a change, a bit of a historic win. I mean, they did lose that first set, is starting to kind of settle down into a bit of normality.
Yeah, Humber's usually a team that, you know, if we look at the game from yesterday, they won 3 straight sets, 25-5, 25-7, 25-3. Today it's an entirely different story. They dropped that first set, as you mentioned, but this is more of the Humber Hawk women that we know, the 120-game winning team, as we get back underway here with the fourth set. A little bit of energy there. That was number 2, Valier, with a great attempt there. She put that ball right into 2 blocks for Humber, though. Spence Coleman, second serve, putting that ball up. Ruffo goes to number 6. That's Kring. Ball goes high. Maletic to O'Connor. O'Connor's spike is blocked. And that's a great baseball swing by Watson to put that ball over. Oh, and a little bit of a sneaky one, Valier putting it over Wilkins. Back row attack by Humber. Cambrian slows the ball down. That's number 6 with a bit of a roll off the net. Kring, great play by Maletic. Awareness on the court, 100%. Maletic to Newman. Newman putting it to the back, Chisholm recovery. And Cambrian puts it over. That's number 11, Spence Coleman, that recovers. 12, O'Connor puts it way downtown.
Oh, Cambrian libero not quite fast enough to get down to the dig and get O'Connor's. And here's a roll replay of that. Nice attack by Devin O'Connor. After getting her ankle wrapped, I'm surprised. She is really bringing it.
That might have been exactly what she needed as Wanziek puts it up to Ruffo, and that's number 6. That's Kring that puts it way cross court, way out.
Watts
so that'll be ball Humber.
Looking over her shoulder, knowing that that was going to go out.
Great court awareness by Humber. Spence Coleman, serve number 4. Wanziak, Ruffo. A quick there is blocked well by Newman.
Nice block set up by Newman and O'Connor. Both of them getting up there ready to take on that attack.
Spence Coleman, 5th serve, puts it in. Cross court, that's number 2, Valier. Maletic to O'Connor, puts it in 2 blocks. Newman at the net, Maletic with a joust. Newman grabbing it again. Wilkins slowing it down to O'Connor. Blocked again. Newman with a pokey over. That's Chisholm. Ruffo. Now Cambrian spikes, and that'll be Humber point. They're going to call 4 touches on that play for Cambrian.
Excellent block by Maletic and Newman again.
Timeout called there by the Golden Shield with a 5-0 run. That's a great time to call a timeout.
Oh, the Golden Shields are definitely starting to feel the pressure. The Hawks really on their game now, getting those blocks in and those digs. Wilkin in that last set, did you see that one dig that she made? She was touching the ground.
Absolutely. You know, we mentioned it earlier. She had tons of digs when it came to the first 3 sets. She's had 20 digs so far in these 3 sets, and that's almost half of the digs total for Humber.
You know, it's amazing the way that she really sets up her players to win.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the coaching. I mean, if you look at the coaching on both sides, you know, head coach Chris Wilkins for Humber, he's been with the team 20 years. Don't discount Dale Beausoleil, though. He's been with the team for 27.
It's nice to see Wilkins back this season after his break.
Absolutely. Spence Coleman with her 6th serve. That's Ruffo with a quick there to Valier, and Humber's caught off guard as a roll by Spence Coleman gets her nowhere.
Oh, Spence Coleman not expecting that smart play into the back end corner. Cambrian setting up for that spike with Valier. Coleman not quite getting there.
Kring with the serve to Wilkins. Maletic setting Newman, and that ball's out. She didn't get her hand down on that one. Ball goes out.
No, definitely. Crane knew that that was going to go out. Did a little bit of a back step, and it blew past her.
Amanda Kring now with her 2nd serve. Kring to Wilkins. Maletic. Newman, that time getting it inside as Chisholm goes up. Blocked by Maletic, but Maletic will set to back row attack from Spence Coleman.
Oh, nice play there. Spence Coleman, great attack, but not quite getting it in the line.
I think Humber was expecting the ball to stay in the front row. Great read there, but that back row attack goes out. Wilkins to Maletic. Newman made the best of that. Maletic goes for a smash there, and she gets it. Left-hander.
Nice job by Gabby Maletic. Muffo not quite getting it and sending it out into the crowd. Let's see a replay of that. Nice attack by Maletic, and you can just see the ball going into the corner of the screen there.
Chisholm, Newman, O'Connor. Back row attack there from Humber, a small touch. As we go, Ruffo Valier will try O'Connor this time. She goes to the libero, that ball goes high. Chisholm reads it, back row bump there. Maletic, cross to O'Connor. She puts it through some hands. That's Ruffo with they're gonna call a double touch? They are.
Touch.
So on that one, her hands were a little uneven. The ball rolled, point for Humber. Newman with the serve.
Ooh, just getting out over the top of the tape.
Great tape shot. Chisholm, O'Connor, Maletic. That's number 8.
Nice attack by Watson.
Great attack by Watson. And on that one, that's Cambrian point. We just want to point out, you know, we started this half, or rather this set, with a shot of Devin O'Connor getting her foot wrapped on the bench. She is out there playing for Humber, so obviously that wrap not affecting her in any way.
No, she's still got that energy up, still making those attacks.
Wilkins with a small touch, not leaving her feet. And O'Connor showing that she's just A-okay with a great kill there.
Definitely, just as we said, O'Connor bringing that energy, still got that power that she's known for.
Absolutely. We'll show you Devin spiking there. There's a reason that she averages 3.28 kills per set. She's 5th in the whole league for kills. Militek putting that one almost down to the ground as Valier gets a kill.
Nice attack by their star player, Jillian Valier. Wow. It's no wonder that she's leader for the kills on her team.
And we'll show you a replay of that last one.
Nice dig by their libero. Setting up Valier, and down it goes.
That was Wilkins to Maletic to O'Connor, off some hands, and that's point for Humber.
9-5 for Humber now.
O'Connor going back for the serve. 9-5 for Humber in this 4th set. O'Connor overhand serve right into the net.
She didn't quite have the power and the right angle that she normally is known for in her sets.
You know, we shared our keys to victory for Humber. Number 2 on that list was definitely taking advantage of the service on that one. Humber does not do that. Service goes back to Haley Chisholm. Veteran play by Wilkins on that.
They knew it. They knew that the ball was going to go past the line.
You know, balls sometimes do drop, you know, if they are over your shoulders, but Wilkins read that perfectly. That was way over her head. Great read. Deacon Poot throws it out.
That serve had a weird angle on it, going way across court to the other side, past the line.
One of the keys, right? Kaylee Bastien now with the serve. Floats it to Wilkins, who puts it right into a spike there. That's number 11, Emily Clark.
Watson catching Wilkins on her way down. Here's a replay of that. Wilkins getting down for the dig. Cambrian tapping it over the tape. Wilkins kind of landing with the ball on top of Watson.
Bastien into the net. And I think what I want to point out about Wilkins is, you know, that's not the first time that she's, you know, put a service reception right at the top there. We've seen a few successful jousts when that happens, when Wilkins puts it at the top of the net. But I mean, she shouldn't be doing that. Watson serves. Received by Wonsiak. And this is number 6, puts it into a block. Maletic blocks.
Hitting the ref's head there. Pretty hard.
Amanda Kring with the kill attempt on that one.
Replay. Hawks blocking it out and hitting the ref on the head, as you can see.
Ruffo with the serve. Maletic to Newman. Just a little pokey to get that over. Chisholm. That time, again, it's Kring getting the point this time.
Finding that hole, doing that little tap over. Humber scrambling, nobody going for it, but everybody kind of flinching in.
Kendra Muffo now. Service. And that one's out. Great read by Devin O'Connor.
Point for the Humber Hawks, 12-10 for the Hawks now.
Spence Coleman. Spence Coleman puts that one in. Wonsiak. Muffo. And that one's Kring again. It's Wilkins calming the team down. Number 8, Watson putting that one over, and everybody's excited on that play.
Oh, even in the 4th set, though, Cambrian is still pressuring the Hawks.
Wilkins puts the ball way up, and that's number 8, Julia Watson, first year for the team. Wonsiak, baseball swing to get it over. Great play by Wilkins. And that's 8, Watson, putting it in 2 blocks. Great back set there by Cambrian. Received by 11, Spence Coleman, and Newman puts it down for a point.
Yeah, all the Cambrian players up at the front of the court, leaving that back end unprotected, and Newman just spiking that attack down into there.
Newman's not going to let you get away with that.
No,
Show you the
she's
replay.
not. Past the libero, who tried to get her arms up.
Maletic sets O'Connor, and she kills.
Nice. 2 excellent spike attacks within minutes of each other. The Hawks are really getting their energy going, and it's called a timeout now. Let's see, replay. Libero sets it up. Cambrian taps it over. And they set up O'Connor, or just to beautiful, beautiful spike.
That just shows you how dangerous the offense for Humber can really be. I mean, Newman put it up on the first touch. She could have easily gotten a back set to go for a kill attempt with O'Connor and Newman out front and Maletic setting. I mean, that's truly a dangerous combination that, you know, few teams in the OCAA likely have up front.
Very true, Jacob. That is a dream team that you've got there.
15-10 with 15 seconds left in this timeout. Cambrian wanting to kind of crush or freeze out this run that Humber's going on.
Well, you can even definitely see Cambrian's a little bit shaken now.
They're shaken, but they're not out of this game. I mean, they stole that first game.
That is true.
Or that first set, rather.
That is true. If they can get that same energy back from that first set. Oh, Clark trying to get it up, but Newman right there in her face to block it back down.
We talked about it. I mean, Maletic, O'Connor, Newman out front. Offensively, defensively, they've got it all. And that's a great first serve there by Spence Coleman, or another serve by Spence Coleman, rather.
Yeah, Kring not quite knowing what to do when that ball came at her.
Spence Coleman, 17-10. Puts it to Wonsiak. Muffo. We go to Valier. Maletic getting close to the net. Newman with a roll shot. Great recovery by Wonsiak. And a great cross attempt there. That's Humber point.
A little bit too much power on that crossover, right past the line.
And you're going to notice that this roster, or the players that are on for Cambrian, they've been playing almost all game. They've got to be tired.
Oh, Clark going with one hand, missing the ball, trying to go with the other, fumbling it.
Absolutely. Another service by Spence Coleman, floating it in. This is Muffo, Wilkins, Maletic going to O'Connor, and a block stuffed there by Emily Clark.
Yeah, no, Cambrian not recovering off their blocks that they were earlier in the game.
Stuffed, but that ball in for Humber. So we're going to go with Spence Coleman again with the serve. Wilkins puts the ball up off that attack by Cambrian. O'Connor blocked by Cambrian.
Watson went down to try and save that ball, but couldn't quite get there in time.
And we're seeing Valier and Emily Clark up front, making sure that they stay in this game, 11 serving 20. Kring with the serve. Maletic to Newman, calling for that and not getting that one. She called for a back set, didn't make it happen there.
No, Newman tapping it and knowing that there was going to be blocked back down.
Yeah, not a lot of options there once she called for it like that. Kring serving. It's received by Spence Coleman. Wilkins, O'Connor blocked. O'Connor again. Wonsiak with a great second effort there, but out, and that's Humber. Ball and point.
Wonsiak, yeah, that second effort really showed. She really tried to save that play, but couldn't quite make it.
Wonsiak, the 5'7" libero from Sudbury, as you mentioned, excellent second effort. They're not giving up this game just yet. Allie Newman with the serve. Wonsiak puts it up. Muffo to Valier. Spence Coleman couldn't get there.
Golden Shield star player Valier really trying to save it for the team. Up front and center.
I mean, one or two more points, and I guarantee you that Coach Wilkins calls a timeout here. Wilkins, Maletic, this time to Emma Heaney, who I believe is back on there. That's a block, and that's Cambrian.
Nice block by Cambrian. Emma Heaney, first real spike attack we've seen from her so far in the game. Good attempt, good attempt.
Emily Clark with another serve here. Let's hope they don't get this point here. If you see this point, you may see a timeout called by Humber to try and slow that down. Wilkins to Maletic, who's sneaky and puts it over. This is Cambrian now on the attack with a bump to put it over. Newman, Maletic with a short quick there to number 9, Deacon Poot. Cambrian throws it back over. Wilkins, Maletic, again Deacon Poot, well received by Muffo. Muffo, they're going outside to Chisholm, who still makes that happen despite being almost out. Number 1, Miletic puts it over. Muffo behind her. Ball goes way up. It's on the Humber side. Joust there at the net. Great play by Cambrian to put it up, but it's a Humber ball. They're going to call a double on Cambrian.
Cambrian is not happy about that call.
I mean, they were on a run. They did not want to have that run stopped.
No, Muffo's not looking happy. She had some excellent saves during that last game.
Absolutely. Miletic now. Gabby Miletic. Miletic with the serve. Cambrian recovers. This is Chisholm. Newman puts that over, and that's Cambrian number 4, Bastien, that makes her pay.
Nice job by Bastien getting that tap down on top of Deacon Boots' head. Not quite sure what she was going to do with that, but
Bastien's got hops too. I mean, she's only 5'9", so she got up there, so she's got hops. Valier with the serve. Oh, and on that one, Emma Heaney misreads. Ball goes out after being touched.
Sliding off her arm there.
Valier with her second serve.
They're like, yeah, never mind, don't do the interview.
Valier with the serve. Low, but that's, wow. Great play by Wilkins.
That was a bit of a surprise. Wilkins just trying to get down to save it and ending up getting that point.
I mean, she was very pleased. That was a great play, a great dig that went over. You know, it did stay on their side to get a play set up, but I mean, if it works, right?
A little bit of luck on their side, I guess.
Wanziak, Muffo, Valier. And on this side, we're going to go Wilkins, who sets to number 8. And Watson puts that one out. Cambrian
Right
point.
near the line again. So close to being in, not quite getting it in there.
Just remember to stay tuned after this game. We've got men's action between the Humber Hawks and the Cambrian Golden Shield immediately following this game. So please stay with us if you are tuning in on the Humber Sports Network. Haley Chisholm with the serve. Wilkins, Miletic, number 8 again, that's Watson. Back row. And on that one, Spence Coleman puts it into some hands. Good job.
Nice job by Spence Coleman. That kill coming in right at the line, but on the right side this time.
Deacon Poot, 24 serving 17. This is set and match point. Floats it in, and great recovery there by Cambrian. Baseball swing to get it over by Wanziak. Miletic to Newman. Great save by Wanziak again. They're not giving up as Chisholm throws that ball over. Miletic to number 11, Spence Coleman. Wanziak again. Chisholm putting that ball over. That's Kring. Miletic, Newman, and that's game.
Oh man, Chisholm getting down on the ground, but not quite getting there in time to save that rally. Humber 24-17 now.
And we'll show you that game-winning point. Miletic, Newman, they've been doing that all game long, and on that one, they close it out with another classic combination.
Excellent game by both teams. As we predicted in the beginning, the Cambrian Golden Shields really bringing it to the Humber Hawks, putting that pressure on. That was an excellent game to watch, Jacob.
Absolutely. I mean, in that first set, we had a win by Cambrian. They took a set on Humber, who, you know, for the second time this season gave up a set, but Humber came right back, and we talked about it, you know, one of the keys being services, but really that offense at the front, O'Connor, Newman, Miletic. I mean, in my opinion, that's part of the reason why this game went the way it did.
Oh, for sure. Well, I guess that ends Cambrian's 4-win streak away from home.
Absolutely. So with that, as we mentioned before, we've got action after this. We'll take a break, not before going to Danielle Dupree, but we'll take a break. We'll talk about, Danielle Dupree will give us a little bit of a recap of what happened in this game, and then stay tuned. In about 20 to 30 minutes, we'll get the men's action between the Humber Hawks and the Cambrian Golden Shield, but not before going to our sideline reporter, Danielle Dupree. Danielle, can you give us an idea of what you saw during this game?
Thank you very much, guys. Another great game by our Humber Hawks. Now, the first set, there was a little bit of a fight. Cambrian came up on top, but then after that, we got right back into it. Some great kills, great aces, just everything. The girls played phenomenal. So that sets us back at 121 wins for this season. You know what, girls? They're playing strong. They're playing hard. They really want this right now. So stay tuned because we have the men's game coming in about 20 minutes. Again, another great game. Get ready to watch. Thank you.
And again, Nicole, you've got a few insights before we close this match.
Well, the Hawks, they had an excellent ending attack percentage with 302. Amazing defensive digs by Wilkins, as you said. The kills for the game with Devin O'Connor being the best with 13 kills. Amazing, amazing show by the Hawks this game. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the men's volleyball.
See you in a bit.